Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So my wife and myself, we run this YouTube channel and we just want to be documenting our travel experience and obviously help someone out there. We are planning our trips all year round. We are fixing places to go and using points and using every leverage out there to make sure that we find ourselves in a better place. We love the experience. Traveling is something that truly brings out the child in me and also that of my wife. So it's something that we collectively put heads together to make heads way. So today I am going to be talking to you guys about my son's first travel experience. So David is our newborn. He's just 6 months old. Obviously we had some business to deal with in Houston, Texas, and we live in Dallas, so it's just a very short commute of 4 hours, but we've driven that already this year, or rather last year, and early this year, January this year, we didn't want to do that. Work has been crazy and we decided to fly. So I'm here to give you guys a recap of that particular experience because I know I've been on flights where kids were in the flight and it wasn't really that pleasant experience, right? So I was really fidgeting. I was a little bitty anxious and apprehensive, right? Because I don't want other passengers to have very bad flight experience just because I'm traveling with our kid. So I'm gonna share with you guys all the experience and definitely leave a comment, subscribe to this channel because we're gonna be releasing a lot more videos for you guys. All our traveling experience, we're going to be documenting it just to help somebody out there and also for people who really like to travel, right? So subscribe to this channel, like this, comment, and let me know your thoughts, right? If you want us to do like additional videos, we'll definitely love to do that. So first things first, when traveling with a kid, you have to really pack strategically, right? You have to pack your diapers, essentials, the comfort items, the baby carriers, pack everything as much as possible. So my wife is the person who takes care of all this. I kind of deal with the computers and the bookings and all that, right? So she made sure that everything that will make David comfortable was in the bag, right? Including the diapers, the comfort items, blankets, and my son is currently teething right now, so we bring like some toys for him to play in the plane. This is very essential because you need something to help distract your kid, right? Because planes can have turbulence from time to time. I think our leaving from Dallas to Houston was quite turbulent. We had like turbulence all through the flight, but we're very fortunate that he slept all through, right? So bring things that will make him feel comfortable, his blankets. I know at some point in the flight I had to put my headphone over him and just play baby lullabies, right? And that helped to calm him down. So if you can bring something to help him, I believe there are some things for babies out there to cover both of their ears and maybe play some songs for them. That truly helps with the air pressure whenever you fly planes and all that, right? So it's really important that you plan around your baby's comfort when flying with your baby. So this other tip has to do with the timing of the flight. Assuming you want to take like an international flight, it is usually better if you can plan the flight time around the time your child sleeps, right? Because that is going to be really beneficial for you and your spouse when you travel. So for international flights that are 5 hours plus, it's best if you can plan it around the time your child sleeps. Maybe book an international flight that leaves at 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. so that it will be very easy for your child to kind of sleep along the flight, and there will not be too much wait times and disturbance in the flight. So think about that. Another thing I want to talk about is security at the airport, right? Security at the airport changed from 9/11. We had to go through series of secondary verification, tertiary verification, and what have you, right? Those things are for our good. They are for our protection. But when flying with a baby, number one, if you can afford it, get a TSA pre-check. That helps you to avoid the line. I'm quite in the process of getting my own and getting that of my families. So if you are able to get a TSA pre-check, if you have one of these credit cards, the Chase Sapphire, or you have the IHG card, or the Amex Gold card or Platinum card, or whatever card you have, right? The Venture X Capital One card. These cards I just mentioned right now, they give you credit for having TSA pre-check, right? So that's really good because it helps you to avoid lines. There are some airports that the traffic of going through security is much, and when traveling with a baby, you want to plan ahead of time. So if your flight is at 2 p.m., some people say make sure you are going through security at least by 12, right? Or just plan ahead of time, right? Because one thing that happens through security, we were a little bit concerned about the whole TSA guidelines that you can't travel with a bottle or container that is that has a liquid in it that it's about 3.5 ounce, and we have a baby bottle that is quite above that amount. Some other, we have a little jug that is a baby warmer, electronic baby warmer. You know, it has a component for baby food and then a component for the warmer, and all of those are all above 3.5 ounce. And David, as of the recording, as of the time we traveled, had some cough. So, and the medication that we bought, you know, was also above 3.5 ounce. So these things actually made our travel a little bit complex, right? Because we were all worried whether they are going to remove all the baby food. And then my wife had a liquid, you know, food. And then we have the baby milk, you know, we had the little case. So the reason why you have to really get to the airport in time to make sure you pass through security is because almost all the time you have to go through secondary verification. So you know how you put your bags, you remove your laptop, and they all go through the security check. Your bag is always going to be flagged, right? My wife had like the bottle, the milk in the bottle, right? And basically they have to bring out the bottle and test it, make sure it doesn't have any contraband or any drugs in it, or make sure you're not trying to smuggle any illicit stuff, right, through the security. And then the bottle with the warmer had to be also brought out to be checked. So make sure you plan ahead of time, because almost all the time, if you're traveling with a baby milk, powder, anything of that stuff, usually you're going to go through secondary verification. But we were way ahead of time and we went through all of that with no definitely issue. So make sure you are well prepared for that. Familiarize yourself with the airline rules. So when working with the airlines, this is something very important, right? When booking your seats, right? So different airlines have like different guidelines, right? So with American, they would allow you to travel with a baby, 2 years and older. You ask them, hey, I'm traveling with a baby. You actually, when you book your ticket, you tell them that you're traveling with an infant 2 years and under. Basically, they will allow you to carry the child for free. But if your child is above 2 years, you have to pay for that ticket. So make sure you contact your your airline and let them know that you're traveling with a baby. Usually, so we had like a three-seater jet. Try to stay by the window as much as possible, because that will give you the most privacy for your child. So whatever you want to do, you can feed your baby or just cover yourself and whatever you want to do basically, but that gives you the privacy and the you want for your child. So make sure you work with your airline. 2 years and under, you can have your infant on your lap and fly wherever you want to fly. So another thing to be definitely mindful of is the pressure, the air pressure. So usually when flights take off and when flights land, air pressure is usually heavy on the ears. I'm gonna show you guys a video of my son just holding his ears like this when our flight was landing in Dallas, our flight back from Houston. He was just holding his ears like this. It was just a funny moment, right? So what you want to do as much as possible, I mean, think about you. Some of you get scared when, I mean, sometimes I get really agitated when flights take off and when they land, right? So think about a little kid and how they would react to differences in air pressure. So as much as possible, if you can feed your baby that time, that truly helps. So if they are eating, they are sucking their bottles and all that, that can definitely help with the air pressure. And if you have that ear covering, or just sometimes I put my headphone on his head is a little bit too small for that, but we need to buy those little ones for the kids, for him, especially for our next travel that is coming up. So I hope you have definitely gotten one or two things from this video for sure. Make sure you like, subscribe, and we're gonna be releasing you guys a lot more tips, now that we have a baby and we're trying to navigate through what it means to have a baby and enjoy our flight times and travel all together. So thank you for joining, thank you for watching. I looking forward to having meaningful conversations with you guys. Ciao, God bless. Bye.